evening. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me speak tonight. I want to talk about the issue of drug violence in the city and the solutions that have been proposed to deal with the problem. The specific legislation I'll be referring to is the Drug-Free Zone Amendment. The proposed law would grant the chief of police the power to designate a public space as a drug-free zone. The law is written in such a way that grants the police department the power to fine or arrest individuals that are not and have not committed any crime. An officer needs only to identify them as someone who has engaged in illegal drug activity before, has simply used drugs before, or displays the physical characteristics of drug use to justify force. It doesn't take too much time to think of the many ways that this could go horribly wrong for innocent citizens. Here are some examples of behaviors that police would consider as evidence in determining your guilt. These behaviors could result in you being $300 poorer and/or in jail for 30 days. Your eyes look red. You were arrested for possession of marijuana at some time. You look somewhat paranoid or scared. You told your friend that police just arrived. You put your hands in your pockets. You're waiting for a ride or at a bus stop. All of these examples are considered indicators of guilt worthy of a $300 fine and imprisonment on your second offense. The point is this: violence caused by the drug black market is a huge problem, and the police have a responsibility to protect citizens from violence. However, this doesn't mean that you should grant the police such wide-reaching power that it makes it an inevitability that innocent citizens will be fined and arrested. The unconstitutionality of this law is apparent, and people guilty of nothing will be victimized by it. I suggest that the Council does not pass this legislation and finds a more reasonable method of reducing drug violence. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, City Council members. Thank you for letting me speak here tonight. My name is Kevin Wilson. I'm a resident of the City of Rochester, concerned about City Council member Adam McFadden's proposal to allow the Chief of Police to create drug-free zones. This proposal is very unwise and will be harmful to the citizens of Rochester. First, it will exacerbate relationships between our communities and the police. There are already incidents where police have harassed and abused citizens who have committed no crime. The shocking case of Benny Moore comes to mind, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with that. The proposal only codifies and sanctions the behavior leading to this incident. Second, this proposal fails to address the actual safety concerns associated with the sale of illicit drugs. Instead, it devotes precious resources away from solving and preventing violent crimes. Third, Mayor Richards is correct to have constitutional concerns about this legislation. As written, it could violate the First Amendment rights, freedom of assembly, and Fourth Amendment protections against warrantless search and seizure. The drug-free zone anti-loitering proposal will not make the citizens of Rochester safer, nor will it prevent the sale of illicit drugs. But it will harm your constituents by violating their civil liberties and giving additional powers to police that open the door to inevitable future abuse. I don't doubt your good intentions. I argue that the test of moral policy is moral results. The results of drug policy in Rochester are damaged lives, violence, and mistrust between citizens and their government. Councilmember McFadden's proposal to create drug-free zones is a step in the wrong direction. I strongly urge you to table this proposal indefinitely or vote no on it. Thank you for your time.